CEO Money is sponsored by WF News 1 Incorporated. Views and opinions heard on CEO Money are not necessarily the opinion of this station or its management. Material on this program is intended for general information only and should not be taken as specific investment, tax, or legal advice.
Welcome to CEO Money, with your hosts Michael Yorba and Mervyn Price, interviewing private and publicly traded industry titans. It's a fast-paced show focusing on CEO achievement stories, industry breakthroughs, disruptive technology, and emerging growth companies. CEO Money keeps you ahead of the curve on private and public equity trends you can't get anywhere else. We deliver tomorrow's trade today. And now, here's your hosts, Michael Yorba and Mervyn Price.
Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba, Mervyn Price. Welcome to the show again, Mervyn.
Hello, thank you, Michael.
All right, my pleasure. All right, our first guest today, Randy Bayne, CEO of MeshWorks Media Corporation, meshworks.com. Randy, welcome to the show.
Hey, good afternoon. Thanks, Michael. Thank you guys for having me today.
Come in a little closer to
No
the
problem.
microphone.
Thank you guys for having me today.
You're welcome. All right, Randy, I had a great conversation with you earlier in the week, and I really want to implement your technology in what we're doing. I was very impressed. My technical team was very impressed. But let's bring the audience in on our conversations. Give us some background of who you are, what your company does, and what separates you from the rest of the world out there.
Well, I mean, as far as I appreciate the kind words. Really did enjoy our meeting this week. But, you know, my background is in kind of a couple of diverse areas. I've been in retail. I've been in distribution. But I got in technology and in the satellite industry and took a satellite company public back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and really learned the value of communications and the value of content and how content and engagement opportunities are important with business to their customers, even business to their employees. And over the years, how technology has evolved, especially in the areas of cloud computing, content distribution, content management, and with the ever-exploding growth in email distribution, we're now able, because of the way technology has evolved, to do what we do today, which is basically we are a media distribution solution for business. And in simplest terms, we give business the ability to take their content, put it in a unique, customized format, and then deliver it to their clients via email, via Twitter, via their social channels, and it really gives them a chance to have one-on-one engagement relationships with a mass audience or with that single consumer.
All right. Now, I failed to bring Rick Henry, who's our guest, talk show host. Rick, thanks for coming into the show.
Thank you for having me today, guys.
All right, you're welcome. Rick, you can chime in at any given time. Mervyn, I know that there's a myriad of questions that you've got for Randy here on what he does. Now that we've got what he does out of the way, let's get into some of the confusing and complex, expansive nature of what it is that that MeshWorks really does.
What, me?
Yeah, you.
MeshWorks is a video email, and it resolves a solution in marketing that's long been a conundrum for a lot of people. Its business today is very futuristic. It uses the very latest technology and algorithms. And Randy, chime in.
Well, that's what.
Well, I mean, you know, the back office, the technology that behind it is something we're very proud of. It's proprietary. I always like to say, though, let's make it very simple. Think of it as video meets email meets MailChimp meets Dropbox, all wrapped in one package. And what we do is basically we give the business the opportunity to take the media that they already have, videos that they can create on the fly from their cell phones, from their tablets, videos or presentations that they've had professionally produced, and put this into a format and then distribute that to their audience or to that single person. And, you know, guys, what's really the difference in today, and you kind of be surprised when you hear video is the next big thing, because we've lived with video pretty much all our lives, right? I mean, since the invention of television and the like. The ability now, because we've kind of lost through social media the one-to-one engagement, the ability to really talk to your customer, to reach out and engage them. That's what video gives you the opportunity to do. And the way we've designed our technology and the way we designed our solution, we make it simple so that the smallest entrepreneur who's struggling to get his message out above the noise of everybody else, or the largest enterprise company who already has their media and their brand, we give them on either side of the spectrum a tool they can use to simply enhance their message, drive customers to an action that they want them to do.
So I'm thinking Generation Z is really picking up on this and taking it down the road.
Yeah, and I think that's probably one of the most interesting parts today about what we do is, Generation Z, the millennials especially. As a matter of fact, we're very heavy right now into the real estate industry, into healthcare. We're also in some other entertainment markets. And bottom line is, kids don't read. They don't go to the newspaper. That's not what they do anymore. And reaching them, while those are still important channels, whether it's the newspaper or print media, and why you should still be effectively using those channels, you've got to be able to talk to the audience today on the devices that they're on. And if you're not talking to the millennials or Generation Z on their cell phone or on their iPad, you're not talking to them.
So, let me take this to an extreme. NASCAR, Macy's, all of the major brands can now communicate with their current clients on a whole new level that creates an interactive feeling with what they're doing instead of billboards, postcards, direct mail. This what I saw what you did with your company and the way you communicate with them, you've taken one sales process and turned it into 8 different revenue streams.
Yes. And that's what I have. If I could say the name, I had a conversation with a large beverage distributor, let's say, who's probably the favorite drink of Texas, and they said it's not good enough anymore to tell me you're going to put a billboard up and have people drive by.
No, it doesn't.
It's
work.
not good enough anymore to run an ad on television and tell me you had so many viewers. I need to know what I can do to drive them to an action at the time they see the message.
Can we dive into that? Because that is fascinating.
So if today, if you just simply get an email and you get a link that says, okay, follow this, right?
Yeah, okay,
you're either going to
yes,
follow it
maybe
or
not.
you're not. A lot of people aren't going to follow it just simply because they don't want spam, they don't want to get a virus, they want other things. But if you get a message that comes into your phone or into your email or into your social account it looks like a video, it has some customization about your brand and puts some excitement to it. Video is the most actionable item available in the market today. People hit the play button.
Yep.
They want to know it's like the old let's make a deal days. They want to know what's behind door number 2. They want to hit that button. So but
they also know they're going to get their information in a concise, compact fashion.
Quick, it's fast. That's how they need it today.
Yeah.
They're not going to read a lot of text.
Exactly.
They want to see that personal. When you can add an on-the-fly personal message along with that and then drive them to a purchase or drive them to a coupon or drive them to a survey and tell what's going on in real time and be able to action on that, that is where our product comes in, and that's where it gets really exciting.
Oh, it blew my mind. I am saying it again. I want to take your technology. I want to implement it into our business processes because I was absolutely impressed. You look into the future, though. You're not just sitting around and say, hey, look what we did yesterday, and then letting that roll out. You're constantly evolving with your company. Can you give our audience in some foresight? What's going to happen next? Where are you going with this technology?
Yeah, what you see today, if a customer goes to www.meshworks.com and if they see the product today, you're looking at kind of the base elements that we're delivering and why they're exciting. What we're bringing in next is virtual reality email. We're bringing in the ability to, if you're a business, to sync with your company's CRM or their ERPs, your other services that you use, because we want this to be an enhancement tool to your overall business, to make all your workflows seamless, but not to be something that's complicated. And when you start adding those, and then we're bringing in new mobile applications, and we're bringing in some new interesting interactive piece that really works great with second screen advertising. we're really excited about next steps.
All right, real quick, we've got about 30 seconds left. You're poised for growth on your company. Snapshot financial plans for the future.
Yeah, we're closing up a round right now. It's in its final stages, and then we are poised and scheduled to do what's called a Reg A Plus, or a direct public offering next year. We're scheduling that for we think early to mid-year, and will be a listing on the NYSE American Exchange. We're really excited about that. And by the way, one thing before we go real quick, I want to make sure, if it's all right with you, we didn't even talk about this, but to all your listeners, I want to give them the ability to have a discount. So if they go to our site, they can type in a promo code WFN1, and they will get the product for $19.95 a month, unlimited. So any business out there wants to try this thing out, $19.95 a month, WFN1 is your promo code. You'll be able to have some fun with it.
All right, thanks, Randy Bayne, CEO, MeshWorks.com, and special thanks to Tycon Partners. All right, we'll be right back on the other side of this break with Rodney Smith, founder of BCHINC.com, Mervyn Price, Michael Yorba, and special guest Rick Henry.